Hello and welcome to Amorim Cork. Every year we have the privilege of welcoming more than 4,000 people from various countries in the world visiting our beautiful Cork forest and our unique Amorim production sites. Because in 2020 we are celebrating our 150th anniversary, we were particularly excited about what we had planned to all the Cork stopper customers that would be able to visit us throughout this special year. Unfortunately, the ongoing public health crisis made billions of people change their habits around the world and do things differently. At Amorim, we are no exception, but we always believe that we can turn challenges into opportunities. We are still celebrating this great century and a half of our history, and we still love to welcome people, so that they can learn more about the sustainability of Cork and its unbeatable technical capabilities. But rather than welcoming you in person, as we would always prefer, we are going to invite you to do a bit of a virtual tour of our production sites. We will take you from bark to bottle and try to make it as close as possible to actually being here with us. So please, come along and enjoy the ride.
This is where it all begins, the Cork Oak Forest. It's located in the Western Mediterranean basin and covers 2.1 million hectares. It's part of one of the 36 hotspots of biodiversity in the world. 34% of this amazing forest is located in Portugal, and we produce almost 50% of the world's cork. A cork oak tree can live for over 200 years. To protect the tree, cork is only harvested every 9 years. The harvest of cork is a very skilled job, which requires a high level of expertise passed on from generation to generation. Cork needs to dry and stabilize for a minimum of 6 months, while is subjected to a series of preventative measures, from utilization of stainless steel pallets to the cutting of the lower part of the bark in contact with the soil, where most of the microorganisms precursors of TCA would be found.
Up to now, nature was in charge, and now it's our turn. Through highly sophisticated industrial processes, these cork planks will be transformed into cork stoppers. The first process when the raw material enters the factory is the boiling. The cork planks need to be boiled for 1 hour, so to clean them and also to restore some humidity, as they are quite dry from the months of stabilization. So this is the first sorting of the planks, of the cork planks. So this is where it's decided which cork can be used for the production of natural cork stoppers, so only the highest quality raw material, and which cork will be used either for technical cork stoppers or other applications. So it's up to his expert eyes and hands to decide this. So here is where the raw material arrives. So trucks loaded with these types of pallets of cork planks from the south, so from the forest, will arrive here. And then we'll take some pieces of it so we can test in our laboratory. And then we'll go on to vaporization. So here we have a stock for a few days production. And we have here all the information about each pallet of cork that we get. So the origin, the quality, the thickness, everything we need to know. We can just read the barcode and have all this information. So this here is vaporization. So it's the first process that happens in this factory. So what we want here is to have an even humidity in all the cork that is going inside the factory to start the production of cork stoppers. So this will be going down, and with wet steam, dry steam, we can even the humidity. Make sure that if it's a very dry day, very hot day, it still has the humidity, the level of humidity it should.
First, we need to cut the planks in strips. This machine will cut the strips automatically with the width needed depending on the size of cork stopper we are producing.
So this is the manual punching. Here you can see where every single cork stopper has been punched from. It's very high quality raw material, and the cork stoppers coming from here will be excellent.
Using high-powered algorithms, we are now able to apply artificial intelligence to the punching of cork stoppers. This intelligent punching is able to analyze the surface of each cork strip and decide where to punch the best cork stoppers. Super Rose is a crucial step in a series of both preventative and curative measures designed to defeat TCA.
So we're here in one of our labs. Each factory has their own lab. We do several types of analysis, incoming raw material, several steps of the process, and also, of course, the final product. Here we are preparing the analysis for the natural cork stopper. We are doing a soaking for 24 hours. The cork stoppers will stay in an alcoholic solution at 12%, that will mimic wine. And then the liquid will go into the small flasks and will be sent to our main lab to do the chromatography analysis. So here we have the mechanical finishings. The first machine will polish the body of the cork stopper, the second the top. So now the cork stopper has its final dimensions.
Here we have the first electronic sorting. Each stopper surface is analyzed, and there's a first separation of different qualities. 2 other sortings will come afterwards for additional control of the stoppers. Every single natural cork we produce goes through this test. SVE is a technology which verifies that the cork stopper has the right internal structure, guaranteeing it's able to perfectly seal a bottle and thus protect the wine inside. Every cork stopper which is approved by the SVE test goes into the second electronic sorting. Here we are analyzing the quality of the surface of each cork stopper and sorting it into different qualities.
This is our main lab. We do here sensorial analysis and chromatography analysis. We process here samples that we receive from all the industrial units every day. In this room, we are doing sensorial analysis. We take a sample of cork stoppers from each batch and we do a soaking for 24 hours in deionized water. Then this water will be smelled in order to detect TCA. The samples from the industrial units are received here and then prepared for the chromatography analysis. There is a pre-incubation in order to volatilize TCA, which is then absorbed by a fiber and sent for analysis. And it stands for non-detectable technology. This is an amazing achievement, the result of years of research and development. This technology allows us to analyze the cork stoppers individually, one by one, in just 15 seconds, and so we can give an assurance that each cork stopper is TCA-free. Here, the cork stopper will be analyzed by a chromatographer, and this chromatographer can detect a minimum of 0.5 nanograms per liter. For you to have an idea what this means, this is equivalent to 1 drop of water in 800 Olympic swimming pools. So we are combining the best cork stoppers with an extremely advanced analysis technology to give you the best cork. This is the washing process. Cork stoppers are washed with water and hydrogen peroxide. This will clean them, disinfect them, and also, depending on the concentration of peroxide that we use or the length of the cycle, we can also lighten the color of the cork stopper, getting different tones of color. This is ROSA. ROSA stands for Rate of Optimal Steam Application. It's a cleaning treatment. With ROSA, we apply steam in order to volatilize TCA, so we can guarantee cork stoppers with a non-detectable TCA performance. This is where we're colmating the cork stoppers, and by colmating I mean that when we have lower quality natural cork stoppers, which are still a premium product, what we're going to try and do is fill all the small holes you might have on the surface with cork dust and a special type of glue. So we make it seem more even and more perfect. Here we have the third electronic sorting. We do this to make sure each cork stopper is well sorted in its category. One of the final steps finishing a cork stopper is branding. So we can print basically anything a client might need, a name, a logo, maybe even a year. And this can be done 3 ways. So we can do this with laser, what we're doing right here, with ink or with heat, so depending on the purpose. For example, here, we simply branded the cork stopper with year 2019. This is a laser branding. This is the final step, the surface treatment. Here we are applying a very thin coating of silicone around the cork stopper to make it easier for the bottling, allowing the cork stopper to glide inside the neck of the bottle. After a final inspection control, cork stoppers are packed by a count of 1,000 in sealed bags, ready to be supplied to our customers. We reached the end of the process. Our part is done. These cork stoppers are ready to be shipped all around the world. Now, it's your turn.
Thank you for joining us and for watching this incredible process that brings cork from bark to bottle. Cork is 100% renewable, 100% natural, and 100% recyclable material with an incredible complex cellular structure that makes it ideal to seal a bottle of wine, champagne, or spirits. To this unique gift of nature, we apply the most cutting-edge technology available, including recent sophisticated anti-TCA systems such as Cork Nova or anni. And despite all this, we are not standing still, and as promised, at the end of 2020, we will see a new wave of technology that will allow all our cork products to have a non-detectable TCA performance. Fulfilling that promise we made to winemakers around the world is just another great way of celebrating a century and a half of working together with the wine industry. I hope you enjoyed it and that soon you can join us to see for yourself how we make every year 5.5 billion of these stoppers that will find their way to wineries and distilleries around the world. Next year, we will not be celebrating 150 years of existence. We will be just adding yet another year to our history. But I will assure you that we will make it worth your while. Until then, thank you and stay safe.